Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Masterpiece MP-59 Rhinox from Beast Wars. You can see him there in front of his box. Go ahead and put him off the side real quick and look at that box. Yep, it is a Beast Wars Masterpiece box. So you got, the kind of the Masterpiece meets, G1 meets Beast Wars and everything. You got, hey, look, the eye in there. You got the reptilian kind of in black, and there you got Beast Wars thing, Transformers Masterpiece, kind of the more 90s looking thing. Takara Tomy, long life design, Rhinox in both his modes right there, although this is, I believe, a CG rendering and all that stuff. You got Takara up here, Transformers and Rhinox up there, and you also have Rhinox in Beast mode right here. You have Rhinox playing with a doohickey right here, and on top bottom here you have a bunch of warnings and copyrights and stuff, and a barcode and all that right down here. And on the back you have a lot of product shots on the description and robot mode and also what's included in the box and all that. So, hooray. In the box, of course, you also have your instructions, which are okay. They're not amazing at getting across some of the important bits that you kind of need to know for this transformation. So there's a lot of things. Hopefully my video helps that a little bit. And there's also the bio card, which is, yep, and is Rhinox. There's, hey, look, there's the Beast Wars thing in the background and everything. And here's the bio and the tech specs and all that. So, yep, that's Rhinox's stuff, which is, so Rhinox himself, yes, another Maximal. We are almost done with the Maximals. There's only 2 left, and one of them's already kind of been rumored to be coming out soonish, so for season 1 anyway. So hey, maybe they can get to work on some Predacons. I need an Inferno. Yeah, getting in close a little bit, you can see he's got that very pachyderm looking hide there, kind of a very rough texturing all the way down. You can see that very kind of rough texturing all the way. Of course, you see a bunch of panel lines and whatnot, but that makes sense. He's got his, his eyes. You can see his eyes right there. His horn is a little weird because it's got these little the ridges going down it, which a lot of people have argued about because, well, supposedly that probably has gone kind of wrong. It depends on how you interpret the show and whether or not that's supposed to be ridged or not, because old 90s TV CG for children. Anyway, you got all that stuff. You got his little ears there too. You got his toes picked out in a kind of a goldish, yellowish color, because and all that stuff. You got all that. You got a little tail. Got something terrifying down there. There's the bottom. You can see a little bit of robot peeking out, but not really a whole lot. It's actually, of all the Beast Wars Masterpiece Beast Wars stuff so far, he's actually got the cleanest Beast mode, because not a lot of his robot modes peeking out. Most of them have that problem. It's simply a lot of robot bits are peeking out. So hey, good job, Takara. You hid most of it away. So he does have some degree of articulation in this mode. Right there, here you can open the mouth. If I can get my fingernail in there, you can open the mouth. You can open up a lot. He's got, the mouth is picked out, has pink tongue and teeth and everything. His teeth up there and all those gold, some of it. So you can open that. His ears on ball joints, so you can wiggle them around and rotate them and all that stuff. Its eyes can move. The problem is, you have to get in there. But before that, also you have a little bit for head posability. You can pull it forward right here. Now you have side to side. You kind of have a little bit of down and up, but not really intended. But you do have just side to side. If you open this flap up, there's a little, you can see as well as robot mode head for one, but there's a little lever right here, and you can see you can use that. It's mostly for transformation, but you can use it to, move the eye around, although it's going to mostly kind of look forward. So there's that, but there's that when it comes to the head. Now down here, there is a knee right there. There's no rotation or anything. You do have a knee, and that's pretty much it. Right here, you also have a knee going forward and back, and that's pretty much it. There's no rotation or anything because of how it transformed. That collapsed on itself again. And this, the tail can wiggle up and down, which they specifically call out, considering that one joke in that one episode, which a lot of people really hate. My 8-9-year-old self thought it was hilarious, but I was 8 or 9, so that's is Rhino mode really. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but it looks good and looks very accurate to the CG and all that stuff. There's one other thing you do. Actually, he has 2 of these. The Chain Guns of Doom. There's this one. The other one's actually in him, just like the original toy. One can store in there. And it's actually, there's 2 different versions because this one doesn't change at all. This other one has a little thing, so this handle can fold up and park itself in there, but this one doesn't do that. But this one can has a lever, has a tab on this, which lines up with a slot right here. You can plug that in. And yeah, if you had the other one out instead of storing away, you can plug it in on this side as well. I mean, I can do that with this one right here, but not quite as well. Just yeah. But yeah, you can see just it generally like plugs in, although that one doesn't happen as well just because of how it works. But yeah. So yeah, you can have his one or both chain guns just kind of tabbed onto him right there. He has one other accessory, which I'll kind of blur the line here. So right here, there's a little panel here. You can get right here and lift this panel up. And hey, look, there's a little divot because there's this piece. This little adapter piece. And this is for Masterpiece Optimus Primal. And what you do here is you got to, get everything out of the way. You got to spread his legs out a bit. And you have to use that one joint on the waist to... yeah, right here, there's that weird clicky joint. You have to use that a bit. You remove this, get this, spread the legs out, and then this right here, you want to plug this in. There's a peg right here, and that goes up in this hole right here, and you plug this in, like so. Plug this in, and this will collapse over top, and there's a little like spot right here, which you collapse it into like that. It kind of holds everything, locks it all into place. And then what you do is right here, the square bit right here on the adapter will go into that divot, and then you can have the big boss monkey, riding on top of Rhinox, like that. If I can plug it in. This piece is a little troublesome. Sometimes it does not like to cooperate. Sometimes, yeah, it's not a super solid connection, in my opinion. I've noticed it likes to pop itself loose really easily, but it's doable. And there you go. Now you have Primal riding on top of Rhinox, although it looks a little goofy. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. It's kind of cool that they did that. So there's that. So yeah, going guys, get into comparison stuff. I'll just go ahead and get this removed from his butt. Yeah. Get into some comparisons. I'm going to bring out all the maximal Beast Wars guys I have. I'm not going to bring out Megatron and Black Arachnia. When we have all of season 1, then I'll bring them out. I'll bring out everybody at once when we have all of season 1. Oh yeah, I got to put this back onto here. There we go. Anyway, yeah. There's Primal. Here's Cheetor. Yep. My kind of broken Cheetor. Yeah, if you know, the arm guards are broken, like a lot of people's apparently. Right, here's Dinobot. I'm gonna yeah, might have to rearrange a little bit just to get them all in frame. Dinobot, you better stay standing. Okay, good. And here's Tigertron. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh well, yep. Dinobot, come on, work with me. Used to stand just fine. Yeah, you know what? You just lean on Tigertron for now. Cheetor, you get in front of here. There we go. Yeah, but here's the group. There's going to be an adapter, so when Rat Trap comes out, he'll ride on the back too. But yeah, there's the group so far. We're just missing Rat Trap and Air Razor, and then we'll have all the Maximals. And well, we know Rat Trap is coming, and I don't know about the Predacons though. But yeah, there we go. So that's the Maximals for season 1. So yeah, that's the Beast Mode. Pretty straightforward. Pretty good. Actually, we got probably one of the cleanest Masterpiece Beast Wars Beast Modes of them all. Just because there's very little robot bits sticking out. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and transform him, and we'll get to the robot mode, shall we? So yeah, Rhinox. He is, yeah, as you can see, he is very much his very beefy, bulky robot mode self with the very wide golden chest. You can see, getting close, you can see his he's got his head with the good little gold chin strap thing. He's got his little maximal symbols right there, then the kind of gold mohawk thing going on. His eyes, that's supposed to be light piped, and there is, you can see there is light piping a window right there, but doesn't work very well, unfortunately. It's just kind of real dark, and a lot of people have resorted to painting it and whatnot. Because yeah, there's like really not a whole lot there. There's probably some other method I can use, but yeah, you see, of course, you get big old textured like texturing on the like chest here, the kind of fake gold tongue thing. You got the green and gold, all this different three different shades of green, I should say. I got the the big old shoulders and the green again, all that stuff going on. They got the stripes on the thighs and his big old stompers, all that stuff, kind of the fake rhino feet there. And of course his backpack, which is supposed to be there, but it's got the rhino head and everything. It actually works pretty well. And of course his little skirt thing he has throughout it. And yeah, he's got big old hands and all that. And yeah, he looks like Rhinox. He looks like Rhinox, which is great because, well, yeah, that's the kind of the assignment. The big thing here is there's one other thing, which is stability, which is his ankles are kind of loose. Mine's standing, but you can see he just wants to kind of lean back a bit. It's not too bad. Depends. That one, there's a panel in the leg, the one that kind of it folds in and then also folds around. Maybe I can pull it out real quick. Let's see. Weirdly enough, some people have noted this. Getting in here, right here. Have to untransform it a little bit just to show this off real quick. Right. Yeah, this panel right there. That one, apparently multiple people didn't realize they're supposed to flip it around, and they reported after flipping it around that actually the stability of with the ankles and everything seems to work a lot better. So I don't know how well that will work for you, but I noticed a small difference when I started doing that, because again, the instructions just kind of gloss over that step accidentally, but I noticed a small improvement, but not a huge one. But he's not falling over. He just has a tendency to lean back a bit, so that's just something to be aware of. But beyond that, yeah, he's got a couple accessories. Well, let's see, which order should I go in? Well, of course, you probably saw, the chain guns of doom. Those are there. There's two of them. Not quite the same. One is designed to go in, you can see down here. One's designed to actually go into his belly when transforming it, this one, and this one is just an extra bit. But of course, they only have a tab on one side of the handle, which is interesting, which actually means they are coded for each hand, each arm. And of course, those you can open up his big old hands, and of course, if you can complain about that hollow fist palm or whatever, but then yeah, there's a slot there which this will tab into. You got to make sure to wrap the fingers around it properly. Yeah, that will slot in. They'll slot into the hand and everything. You can have him held how you want. And now he's got his one chain gun. The same thing on this side. Just open that up and again just slot that in, and yeah. So now he's got his chain guns of doom, which now, of course, the thing is when you put his arm like this, then this is where the real problem with the ankles start to show, which is he wants to really just fall forward now. So I have to kind of click the hips back at least one. And he's fine if you click the hips back once, but yeah, you got chain gun of doom, which these do freely spin. There's no motor in there or anything, but they do freely spin. So, hey, I'm wondering now. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to poke this. I didn't actually think of this till just now, but those holes, are they big enough? No, they're not big enough for main generations blast effects. Wouldn't surprise me if one of the Masterpiece blast effects works with it, but I'm not going to try to hunt one down right now, but. Yeah, so you got chain guns of doom. They spin everything. They do throw off his weight to balance a bit, so you do have to kind of lean him back a bit. But not the end of the world. But it is a little annoying. So yeah, that's one thing he's gonna do. No accessories. He got the doohickey, the device. One of the few things he built that didn't actually work. And I think it was, if I recall, this was the one Optimus got sucked into the Stonehenge looking thing, and it was supposed to help get him out. It didn't work. But yeah, this, what you want to do with this is you want to open that up, and are they closing this fist up a little bit? There's a slot right here, and there's a tab right here, and you just kind of, well, do this. You just tab it in to that slot, and closes up around it. And there you go. He's got his little doohickey. Which is just kind of funny to me. It's just a doohickey that didn't work. Of all the devices you built, they gave him the one that didn't work. And yeah, so they got that cool thing. You know, they got that. You can clamp that around. There you go. He also has this, a spark, which, you know, has a little stand, which is cool. It's a spark. You know, they got the blue translucent with the little thing inside, and it's got a stand which you can untab from there, because that tab there also is compatible with the hand, which, you know, you can do that. The scene where he I have to do this real quick. Yeah, the scene where, whoops, he kind of held a spark. You know, that bit, what was it? It was Cheetor. Oh, come on. Yeah, it was Cheetor dreaming about stuff because he was in, I don't remember, it was the exact thing, but yeah, basically he's having a hard time. Cheetor was having a rough time, and he dreamed about sparks and everything, and Rhinox was the one who gave him the lesson, and also Cybertron and everything. Anyway, what was I getting at? Right, so the spark here has got the tab, which can plug into the slot on the palm. It's supposed to. It's not doing a very good job right now. I don't know why it's not plugging in. It was plugging in before, now it doesn't want to plug in. There it goes. Of course. Yeah. I'm gonna try to recreate. I'm trying to recreate the pose, I swear. There we go. And now you can hold that. You can hold the spark like that, which is really cool. And also you can split the spark open. Yeah, there's a seam line. You can split it open, and this will come out. It's I guess the nucleus of the spark. Also looks like a berry. I mean, particularly if you look like this, it looks a lot like a berry, which I'm pretty sure it's kind of, I don't know, but basically, so for the rhino to eat, I didn't show this off before. I should have probably, but you know, I guess I could stick it in the mouth of the rhino. I mean, I don't think I have to show you how to do that, right? Right? I don't think I have to show you how to put a thing in the mouth. Instructions unclear, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that's a pretty neat little thing. Yeah, so it's pretty neat that you can do that. Just trying to remember how to put that in. Yeah. Put that back together, and yeah. That's a cool thing, and I rather like it. Also make sure it says that the tab is off center to tab it in such a way that it's not going to flop over or anything. So make sure it's kind of looks like that. Yeah, so that's a cool thing. And he also has an alternate, well, half of a face, I guess. I'll show that in just a second. It's getting a reset. There we go. I think. Oh, there we go. And he's got an alternate half of the face because also his mouth can open. Yeah, his mouth can open right there, and you just pull the front of the face off, and oh my god, that horrifying thing. But yeah, you open this, and now you can have a bit of a more of a sneer going on. Or, you know, him screaming at something or another. Yelling at Megatron. So there you go. He's been slowly inching closer to the camera. Yeah, so that's all the stuff you know, it's pretty much all the accessories. I already showed the other one off with the, you know, compatible with Primal. Get this back off. So the biggest big complaints I would say are very much, the three biggest ones I've seen very much are the light piping doesn't work, the very hollow palms, and the ankles are kind of loose, which the top one doesn't bother me that much. I might go ahead and do something about it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do exactly. I want to see if I can possibly like put something in there as a reflect. I don't want to paint it potentially. I don't necessarily want to paint it. I think I want to see if I can like put something in there to help reflect light better. I want to see if I can take it apart more. So I'm going to the screw in there. I'm going to see if I can take it apart more and like put something in there to reflect it better or something, or I don't know. The palms don't bother me really at all, and the feet are a little bit annoying, but they're manageable. So I might also just tighten those up with some floor polish. But anyway, some posability stuff. Head, ball joint, so left, right. I think it's a ball joint. Yeah, up, left, right. You got up and down, all that stuff. You got waggle. Yeah, I got a lot of there. The mouth can open. Yeah, the mouth can open about that far, which is pretty neat. Shoulders, you got throw that rat tit right there, which can do a full 360. You also have to be mindful of where that is for transformation, which is a little annoying. Outward, you have that much, and then you can use the transformation joint to go that far. No butterfly or anything, unfortunately. He does have a swivel right here at the elbow. He also, oh look, where's the elbow? It's like elbow. What you have to do is, yeah, you can see, you extend that out, and now he has that elbow. But there's also a swivel above the elbow, but it's also tends to catch, if you hear that. That's not supposed to be clicking. If I recall, it's like, there's a slightly misaligned plastic in there, and it like just catches. It's not a huge deal. It's fixable if you want to take it apart, or you could just, do what I do, just kind of force it anyway. So yeah, I got that. So you got a swivel above the elbow, swivel below the elbow. There is an elbow if you extend out the arm bit. Clicks right there. There's of course that swivel on at the hands. You can see at the hands there. There's no wrist swivel per se. You do have the hands, thumb is on a hinge and go forward and back. You can untab it and bring it out if you want. You can take the fingers. There's a base knuckle and a mid knuckle, and these are two solid pieces, but there's a base knuckle and mid knuckle there. I guess you could separate this from the rhino bit, and then you have kind of a hinge for the wrist. That's mostly for transformation, but I guess you could use that for something or another, but just something to be mindful of. So there's that. No ab crunch. Just no room for it. I can see there's no way, but he does have a waist swivel. It goes only that far before it starts banging and stuff. You also kind of have to more or less disconnect the hip skirt a bit if you want to use it. If you're going to use the waist swivel, the hip skirts and whatnot is going to disconnect a bit, but it gets about that much range, which is actually pretty much okay. It's not mind-blowing, but it's okay. As for down here at the hips themselves, you got that much forward. These can get out of the way. There's a hinge there, so they can get out of the way. You got that much forward. Backward, you have pretty much that much back, because again, the hip flap. Outward, you only have, that much because of the hip skirt. So there's that. There is a thigh swivel right there. Knees, you have a little over 90 degrees of bend. Also, thanks to you also have the transformation joint. If you want to go ahead and break the sculpt, you can get more swivel if you need it for whatever reason, but it is going to break the sculpt a bit. And down here at the feet, you do have the ankles, which, yeah, they tilt pretty far, actually. You can tilt pretty far. You can go forward a bit. They can't really go back a bit, but they can go forward a bit. The toes can go down. The toe can go down. The heel can go down. Well, the heel clicks. The toe doesn't. Yeah, that's the other thing, which is if you're having trouble, make sure there's all this grooving and stuff. Make sure this all kind of sits in like that, because that will help a lot with the stability. So make sure of that, and make sure everything's aligned properly. Yeah, so there's all that stuff. One other thing I almost forgot. Some people have complained that the chest piece doesn't untabs really easily. I haven't really had that many issues. I haven't had really that many issues. Occasionally, if I'm messing with it, yeah, this part will kind of come undone a little bit, but it's easy to just push it back in. But yeah, I haven't really had any real big issues with the hip skirt or the chest piece coming undone. So I don't know. Maybe it's just your mileage may vary on that one, but I'm not having any real issues with it. So there it goes. Of course, I say that, and of course, immediately just undoes itself. So I don't know. But it's really easy to retab in, so I don't know. It's I don't find it to be that huge of a deal. Just gotta, make sure everything's squeezed together properly. But yeah, there we go. That's Rhinox's robot mode as a whole. And it's really nice. Now for some comparisons, as long as I get them standing properly. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Rhinox. Actually, I'm going to stand him right here. Like that. There we go. He seems to be most stable when I actually put him not in an A stance for once, which is interesting. Yeah. Get all that lined up. Yeah. As far as some comparisons, going to get him kind of far back. Compare him to the rest of the Beast Wars Maximals that have come out so far in MP. So here's Primal. Here's Cheetor. And yeah, I'm going to bring up one more thing. I didn't forget it. I'm just want to bring out Cheetor first. Here's Cheetor. Here's Dinobot. And here's Tigatron. Yeah, they look pretty good together so far. Dinobot being the tallest overall, but Rhinox still being bulky. At this point, the only really big guys left is Inferno. All the other big ones have been taken care of now, so from here on out, I guess the Beast Wars guys will be a bit cheaper, hopefully, and not, in the same degree. But yeah, one last compatibility thing I want to show off, which is, Cheetor's gun. Cheetor has the, his gut gun. Which, yeah, that is compatible with Rhinox here. Rhinox can hold the gut gun. There's this little tab thing right here. This one right here, the little one, not the main one, this little one right here, the kind of the arch, I guess, U-shaped one right there. The gun can be plugged, if you get the thumb, you have to move the thumb out of the way too. You get that, and you get that plugged in right there. Not super secure, mind you, but that's where it's supposed to go. I'm not sure if this is fault of Rhinox, the gut gun, but yeah. It's not a super secure hold, but he does hold it because, I believe it was the episode where he kind of held Rat Trap up and Cheetor's gun, because I believe that was before they figured out the chain guns of doom, and they're just kind of, shooting the gun while making Rat Trap shoot too. So, that's a thing. It's kind of neat that they did that, so he can still hold the gun, and it's not too bad. I mean, once you get the fingers on there, it's not too bad, but it also doesn't take much to pull it out, so it doesn't work super well, at least not on the left hand. I'm going to check the right hand, because why not? Even though I recall in the show he held the gun with the left hand and held Rat Trap with the right, but I could be misremembering. But yeah, let's see how well it holds it in this hand. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It kind of tabs in, but not super well. So there we go. That's the gut gun thing. And yeah, one other thing you can do with the chain guns here is on the back of the on the backpack here, you can peg them in right there. Just go ahead and make sure to match them up properly, and yeah, they just where is it? Yeah, these tabs right there. Yeah, these tabs right here will go into these slots right here, and yeah, store away the chain guns if you want on both sides. There you go. Although it does make them more back heavy and more prone to falling backwards, so just be aware of that. But yeah, you can do that. So yeah, just be aware of that. Yeah, if you're going to put them on the calibration, just know it does make them a little more back heavy. So, but you can, store them on the back right there. So that's Rhinox as a whole. He's a good MP. He's pretty darn good overall. He's one of the last bulky Beast Wars guys. So from here on out, they'll be much smaller, but he's overall really solid. The beast mode is actually surprisingly good. It's still somewhat limited posability, but he covers up his robot bits really well. You can only see him peeking out a little bit if you look at it from the underside. For the most part, he is very well formed as a beast mode compared to a lot of the other ones, which just show a lot of robot bits showing up. His transformation is pretty good. It's just deceptive in the sense that, it looks harder. It seems like it's going to be way harder than it is, and it really isn't that hard. It just kind of involves a lot of unusual angles that you might have to deal with and whatnot, and a very specific order you kind of have to go in, or else you're going to have a lot of problems. And the robot mode itself is also really good. It's nice and stocky, and it looks like Rhinox. I mean, it looks like what he did in the show, pretty much. The only thing, of course, there's a couple little things which bother some people to different degrees. The light piping, the hollow palms, and the loose ankles. The only ones that really bother. The only thing that really bothers me a whole lot is the loose ankles. The head, the light piping and the palms don't really bother me that much. Although I might do something about the light piping, just because, yeah, it is kind of weird how his eyes are kind of dark. His accessories are, it's that he's got enough accessories to be satisfying, but not so many that it's overwhelming, which I really like. So those are really up. Of course, he got his chain guns. They spin. They got bunch of little fun little things on there. He scales well with the rest of them. He's just a really good figure overall. The only thing is, let's see, he is, what is it, just shy of $200, I believe. At least at this point in time with the yen and everything. He's supposed to be about 30,000 yen total or thereabouts, or I think. That was at least I think that was minus shipping. Somewhere in that neighborhood, about 30,000 yen or so. But, considering how bad the yen is right now, that's coming somewhere in the neighborhood about just shy of $200. So he's not a bad, for what you're paying for, he's not really bad at all. He's actually good size and everything. I think he's a good solid figure. The only thing you might have to tweak the ankles a little bit, but that's not too difficult. Just get some floor polish on that hinge and you should be good to go. But yeah, if you're a fan of Beast Wars, definitely pick him up. He's great. I love this one. I think he actually might be the best Beast Wars figure so far. He just got the trifecta: good beast mode, good transformation, good robot mode. Everything's there. It's good. Everything's great. I like it a lot, and I highly recommend to any Beast Wars fan. That's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.